Welcome back, gamers, to another episode of the Federation. This is Gadriel here, and today we have a 3v3 with two Romes and a Epirus on attack versus a Tylis, Suebi, and Kush on defense. Now, trying to think who was who in this battle. I was Tylis, Mr. Thunder was Suebi, and I believe none other than the Blackfoot was Kush. We're playing it a little bit tight to the capture point due to the fact that this Rome decided to bring 4 artillery, which in most games, guys, you may hear me say that they're cheaters and stuff, and you might not understand why I say they're cheaters, but most games are played 1-2-4, which means 1 artillery, 2 pikes, and 4 range max. Now, that is a rule that most people play. But since Creative Assembly thought they were smart enough saying that we didn't need the chat or anything to actually say rules and stuff, and got rid of the chat mechanism, which in my opinion was probably the worst thing they could have done, there has been a spike in people who think they can do whatever they want in every game, which that's fine. It just shows that they don't have. The reason why the 1-2-4 is there is to help everyone. It's to help make sure that you have a formidable force. Now, as you can see, this guy, I'm gonna use this guy as a prime example. He brought veteran legionnaires. He brought all his artillery. No archers whatsoever. No archers. He didn't think he needed archers after bringing all this. And not to mention, archers are cheaper than a fixed artillery piece, which is 720 denarii a piece, where most archers, I believe the Syrians are 600 something or 400 something. I'm not really off the top of my head, I don't know the correct amount. I think they're like 420 or 520. But also, another thing that he's doing that you don't want to do is using explosive shot. Explosive shot is only good for light infantry. It's not good against heavy infantry. It's not good against doing bombardment. You're wasting a lot more ammo than need be on the wall. Now, if you were to switch to flaming shot, flaming shot, it does 2 types of damage. It does physical and it does burning damage. So with that being said, you would be doing fire damage and physical like you were shooting with a standard shot, just a little bit stronger to the walls. It's a lot more, and you'd be using a lot less ammunition, where you could use this ammunition on the enemy. Now, as you can see, all he's doing is launching bombardments after bombardment. You're also going to see this guy right here pull through, which in the game, pulling through is literally a disgusting tactic to do. Not a lot of people will let you join their game after they see you pull through if you do it constantly. What pulling through is, this battle is really just to explain the rules and explain the battle courtesies, like the custom and courtesies of the battles. There is a lot of customs and courtesies in this game that people follow. Now, you have one newer player who believes that he can do whatever he wants and pull through and everything. You have a moderate player playing this Rome, and then you actually have a very experienced player playing Epirus, which Epirus isn't a faction you play normally. I wouldn't recommend it if you're new to the game to play Epirus, because they have high tier and low tier. There is no middle ground. Also, if you notice, Tylis doesn't have any range. I don't recommend bringing any range with them. Their infantry is their weapon. They have the best. And I don't know why I'm just sitting here letting them take the gate. I made this mistake. Never let them take a gate. There we go. I was a little delayed on there. I think I was more paying attention with my artillery destroying his artillery. But I think I'm out now. Yeah. Notice how... Okay, so Bloodsworn are light infantry, so explosive shots going to do it. But you notice how all those guys got knocked down and like a bunch of them got back up? That's what explosive shot does. All it does is it knocks them down and doesn't really aid. Now, this was smart from the Rome. He's getting sword-side shots on my Celts where my swords are, meaning I can't block the arrows. That's a good shot. Got some sword fighting going on over here. But I want to focus over here just for time now, because this guy is... This right here is a pull-through. Alright. Mr. Thunder had to pull his men off because they were going to get freaking slaughtered if he pulled through. He is just mass sending. Like... Where's the good one? Yeah, he just mass sent and blobbed up and moved his men forward. People will say that's a tactic. That's what you can do. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. I mean, let's be honest. Not everything we can do in life is a should do. Got Kush holding the line over here. So Mr. Thunder's going to deal with this guy who likes to pull through a way that makes it so that he can't pull through. He's gonna hit him at a choke point. If you have people that you cannot like fight because they constantly keep pulling through, especially with like cav or anything, hit them in a choke point and hold a choke point, because they're gonna end up losing a lot more men trying to pull through than they will if, say, this big breach. Now he has the gate, but if you look at all his legionnaires, they are diminished. He did lose a lot more men than he possibly needed to, especially against Bloodsworn when you're running veteran legionnaires. Again, there are customs and courtesies to this game. Now, this is a pro play right here. His archers on my men. He's focusing only on side shots. I.e., he has side shot here. Well, it's kind of a frontal side shot, but it's sword side shot, which means I have a hard time defending against it. If you're going to watch the numbers drop. See? I lost a bunch of men in that one volley. Now, Thoreo spears. Guys, you want to try to get them into melee as much as possible before they throw their javies, because they have a crap ton of them. I think you're going to see a sound of retreat here soon because this side gave up. Thunder trying to cycle his Bloodsworn to get his money's worth. You have to cycle Bloodsworn. You have to tell him to charge, count to 5, charge in another one, and pull that one out. They get their kills on the charge. I'm trying to archer dodge right here. I say trying, it's not really doing so well. And now he stopped. He was smart. He was paying attention. Now he chose a different target. I think he chose this dude right here. Yes, he did. Good target. Sword side shot. I do not recommend running away with your men. And he's pulling through. As you see, his men are just running through this one line of infantry. Granted, it's a small line of infantry, but you're not supposed to be able to do that. You wouldn't see that in combat. Honestly, you wouldn't. Especially back in the Roman eras. Because that's called breaking your line. And now you have enemies in the back line. Did we sound the retreat yet? Yeah, we did. Killed off those Storeos spears before they could use any of their javies. And Rome, if you're playing Rome, make sure your legionnaires are out of formation attack. Like this. And we got elephants, thumps on the field. But this room's already taken care of. His advantage is neutralized. He's out of ammo because he was wasting it on the walls. If he was smart, he would have grabbed these two artillery positions and moved them on to these ones. So that way he'd have more ammo to shoot. Because your ammo is not carried in the devices, it's carried in the units. Oh, he does have ammo left. And here we come with a pull through. You're going to see the cav pull through. He's just going to charge and keep clicking past the unit to run the cav through it. As you can see, that cav is held up. That is auxiliary cav. It is not shock cav. And he has no units knocked down. Yeah, he's just pulling through now. Now, if Mr. Thunder was paying attention, he could have got a lot of the cav kills right here with the archers. Now they're hitting a shield wall, which they're not supposed to pull through, but some do get around. And as you can see, he's just going for the archers. He's not actually clicking on the units to attack. They're all trying to funnel through here. Now, the thing about Cimbres is they got spears. And spears, if you didn't know, kill horses. We're going to go back over here. Letting him waste Javi fire on Celts that have already broken. We're all more focused on neutralizing this cav threat right now. Now, if cav do get in, switch your archers to melee attack and do not run them. If you run them, you're going to lose a lot more men. A lot more archers. Especially Cimbres against cav, you leave them in melee. They'll kill the cav. Obviously send reinforcements their way. He's trying to pull through a shield wall, which is not going to work. Tribal warriors all have shield wall, so they are a recommended unit against people who like to pull through. And we got javelins being thrown at the horses, which is a really good tactic to do. And now we have the big thumps in combat. But they're getting held back by the shield wall. That cav's being completely annihilated. How many Kimbrys died? Ooh, quite a lot actually. Now we're at the front line over here. We're being held out here. Epirus is now moving his full force up. Don't group up like this, guys. Even experienced players make mistakes. They're trying to lollipop into our hold. Elephants are berserk, so now they're going to start killing their own men. They kill everyone when they're berserk. Oh, they're no longer berserked. Oh, but that would definitely do it. Elephants are dead. And this Rome is now neutralized. He has no more... Well, he does have Cav. His general's over here with his Cav force. He was smart, he moved it. We got some Praetorian guards coming up. Nubians being slaughtered on the walls. And now we have a whole entire Suebi army that is pretty much untouched. Always keep a guy over here just in case they want to come around and flank the backside. Ugh. They do have a cap force down here trying to come around and capture that gate, but it looks like Mr. Thunder was paying attention, and now it's going to hail them with arrows. Now they are calves, so they do have a lot more life because of the horse itself. The rider has his own HP, but the horse has life. You can either kill the horse or you can kill the rider. If you kill the horse, it kills the rider. Trying to use little gaps, which is a good tactic. Thoreos aren't that great in melee. They're only really good for their javelins. That's a lot of experience right there. This unit is charging the Thoreos. That is a good shot, getting the back shots on this tribal over here.
Get running! Warriors, move out!
Running on infantry, so is an Epirus. Nubian bowmen helping out. That still constitutes a sword-side shot on these armored legionnaires. Armored Chotels are getting targeted by the archers. That's a really good target.
Kill, kill, kill!
We got Suebi moving to the front now. Cretans and Syrians. That armored Chotel is pretty much dead. But it did pull a lot of archer fire, which is a good thing. Looks like they're going to push this side. Now, if the Kimberries were smart, they would position themselves right here, behind this building right here, so they could shoot over. Kush would make a line here and give side shots to the enemies coming up that sword side. Remember, the right-hand side of the enemy, all enemies are right-handed in this game. All units. Now Epirus moved up his real force. And as you can see, he's pulling through again right here. The armor showtel's getting a lot of kills because of it. Strike down here again.
Warriors, withdraw!
So this line right here is finally breaking. We're gonna actually position to hold the top tier now. And the Kimbries are now positioned in the way I told you they would be, or would be a good idea to do. We have Nubians going into combat, which I assume they're out of ammo with 89 kills.
Roll back! Run, curse you! Warriors, move out! Get running!
Warriors, move out!
Archers are coming down now. So Kush is anti-Rome, by the way. Tylis can be anti-Rome, but really, depending on what you're using, you can easily kill Rome. Suebi's good at killing them. So every faction we chose is pretty much a counter to Rome, if used correctly. Epirus, there's really everything counters Epirus. But as you can see, he brought a lot of Royal Peltists and a lot of Illyrian levies, which is pretty much a standard Epirus army. Like I said, there's no mediums here except for the 3 Sammonites you can bring, which I do recommend bringing the Sammonites. They do help. They're actually pretty good for their price. They're always putting Rome. They're always enemies of Rome. Nice side shot, spear side. Watch another volley come in, see how many get killed. 6 died in that volley. A lot more died in that volley. Oh, I forgot to look at this. Praetorian Guard decided to come down here to help on this flank. His general's getting killed by the tower. Legatists are not designed to be a combat unit. They're just a command unit, meaning they'll just sit back and do their commands. That side got cleaned up. Do not recommend that you throw Thoreo's spears without them throwing their javies into combat first, but it looks like they've already used their javelins. Same with Royal Peltis, you want to use their javies before you use them as melee units. They're really good in melee, but you want to use their javelins first.
Get out! Back! Live to fight another day!
Always cycle charge if you can, especially on choke points. Down here I wasn't cycle charging that much because tribals are actually good in prolonged combat. Not seeing the Kush General, which is an archer unit. There's an Ostorn backing that up. It looks like Rome's going to try to go around the long flank. Looks like Blackfoot's going to go over there and stop him. Bloodstorm's gonna get a lot of chevrons. So, if you didn't know, artillery crew gives a lot of chevrons to units. It's a lot of experience. So there's a little bit of a goofiness thing right here where it stops your units from charging a little bit. Epirus' general's thinking about going around. I have that tribal there guarding it. I know what you're saying. Why don't we counter push out this way? We will eventually do that. Don't run away from armored shotels, especially Praetorians. Oof. Swordmaster coming up from behind to help out over here.
Make them bleed!
Sorry, guys. Charging swordmasters with your legatus isn't really a smart idea, but if you don't got anything really left to defend, I guess throw your legatus in. I think moving 2 Praetorians and archers this way was a pretty dumb decision. You should have stayed up here with Epirus and helped Epirus on the front. Oathsworn finally going in for the first time this fight.
Another day!
His head is mine!
Already up to 55 kills. Oathsworn are definitely a unit on its own different level. I think like the only ones that can really beat them are the Aravelki Nobles and Galatian Royal Guard from Egypt. But I think they go 1-for-1 with the Nobles. Already at 100 kills. 2 chevrons. And now we're sailing out over here to take out the Praetorians. And we have a force coming down here. .189 kills on his general. I don't think my general sees combat this fight. Go ahead, throw your jabbies. Moving this guy down to kill the archers that are over there. Not giving him the back charge. Don't do this, that's pulling through. And you just lost a lot of that Praetorian because of it. Army losses are now kicking in. We have 30 seconds left of the battlefield.
Let's go again! Running!
And that's battle. Alright, let's take a look at the army losses and kills. Okay, you got me with 2138 kills, 2585 losses. I had a negative KD. I did my job, which was to hold and bring the infantry. We have Blackfoot with 2185 kills and 2074 losses. Sorry about that. Once I can click. I have to wait for the loading bar, sorry. And we have Mr. Thunder with 1612 kills and 1898 losses. Suebi, you're always going to have either a negative KD, especially with Bloodsworn. But let's take a look at the Armored Chotels. The Armored Chotels did work. A few of them with 200, some with 314. 44, that was the one that got massacred by the archers. This one was just getting started with 92 kills. Slaves actually did good, except for these guys. Archers, 2 Nubians could have done better, but you had 108 and 192 under general. Let's take a look at Kimberly's. Did okay. 2 of them did. It looks like he still had a lot of ammo left. Swordmasters were just getting started. Bloodsworn, they got pulled through, so they didn't really do that much. And we come down to the cheater, Maddie Winsellers. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that right. 1816 kills, 1932 losses. It pains me that we have a bunch of people in the game now that can't follow a simple 1-2-4 ruling, and they just ruined the game because they don't even bring a good army. This was a trash army. It was easily killed, And yeah, Mac Daddy, which actually had the top kills of the game. He did decent. Very decent. His archer's 200 kills right there. That was a good one. Others could have done better. Artillery 90 kills, not bad. Cav 96, 23, but his armored legionnaires all over 100 kills. Hastati, oh my god, Hastati. 236 on a Hastati, that's really good. Praetorians could have done better. I don't recommend Praetorians. They're too expensive for their cost. If they had Headhunt instead of Crack the Whip, they would be more valuable. But Crack the Whip is just kind of a lackluster ability. I don't recommend it. Just bring the Armored Legionnaires. They do their work. Millen Epirus with 1805 kills and 2061 losses was very reserved towards the end. He should have been pushing as hard as the others were, because he had a pike, two royal peltists that really didn't even see combat and were just there because they broke due to unit losses. I would have brought a royal peltist general instead of the Hellenic cavalry. I understand. You probably were thinking we might have had a cav force, but with this Rome bringing 3 different calves, I would have brought the royal peltist general. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Please, we've been noticing a lot of views, but not a lot of subscriptions. If you guys could, if you do like the videos, hit that sub button. It really helps us out a lot. It shows us what content that you guys want to see more of. It shows us, it helps with the algorithm. So if you guys can, please hit that subscribe button, and if you can, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you and have a great day.